Overslept this morning. Forgot to set my alarm last night. But thankfully it's pretty overcast. Looks like the sun might break through a little bit later, but I'm hoping these clouds are gonna hold off the goblin. I haven't heard any yet. I still got a ways to go to get up the river to where I wanted to hunt. Where I heard some birds across the river yesterday morning. Hopefully we can finally kill a bird here in Tennessee. Paddling up to my spot and a bird just gobbled up here. Sometimes you just get lucky, and sometimes there's nothing wrong with that, and I'll take it whenever I can get it. And this is certainly one of those hunts where Lady Luck smiled on me and gave me an opportunity at this beautiful eastern gobbler here in Tennessee. So I overslept this morning, or I would have been here at daybreak. This is a section of the public that I haven't been to, and it's only accessible by boat, or you have to get permission from the private landowners. And even if you do, you got to walk a long ways. So boat or kayak was my decision. Either that or just don't hunt this spot at all. But I heard birds gobbling over here yesterday morning, and I figured that's the pressure is driving all the birds over here, and that I could probably come in here and kill a bird. A good chance at that. So anyway, I overslept this morning. That was the only downside of today's activities. I forgot to set my alarms last night, and I got to sleep late last night, hunting with Catman all day yesterday. And so I didn't get up until 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. By the time I got moving, got up here, it was around 8 o'clock. But I figured, there's some of the best action is mid-morning. So I wasn't too worried about it. I had a kayak up here. It took me about 40 minutes to get up here. And right when I got to the spot that I wanted to start checking out this property and hunting it, I don't know if I made noise or the splashing of my paddles in the water to get through the swift current. A bird gobbled up here on top, and he sounded really close. So as quietly as I could, I got my gun and my 360 camera and eased up the hill. He must have been sitting right on this ledge here, because as soon as I started to peek up, he putted. He saw my hat, or saw the top of my head coming up, and he ran a little bit. Then I guess he stopped and then just started kind of walking real quick, because by the time I got up there, he was still in gun range, maybe 30 yards, 35 yards, and as soon as he cleared the tree, I shot him. So, it was, I didn't make a single call. I was at the right place at the right time. And so sometimes things just go your way, and I'm not gonna turn that opportunity down, that's for sure. I guess the only downside is I won't get to hunt this property today, but I will take a little peek around a little bit, and I'll be back here tomorrow morning to try and fill tag number 2 here in Tennessee. But this is a beautiful bird, and you couldn't ask for a better backdrop than this little river behind me, and just beautiful country here in Tennessee. Good morning on our 4th morning in Tennessee. The weather has been fantastic this week. Now, we did have some thunderstorms come in last night, but they moved out of the area, and today's gonna be cooler than it has been and sunny again. So, got lucky yesterday. Now this morning, I'm paddling up to the same piece of public, but my intention was early in the morning right now is to paddle upstream and listen for gobbles and go after them first if I hear some before I get up there. If I hear some, obviously I'm gonna go after it. If I don't hear any, I'm gonna go up to that spot that I killed that bird yesterday and actually get in there and hunt. And if you know, if I have trouble finding birds in there, I might do some blind sits. So that's kind of the strategy today. This is the big chunk of woods, and so far it looks pretty good. And there's a piece of it that stretches to a private field on the other end, and that field looks like it is mowed and taken care of. So they could be roosting in these woods here and then heading to that private. Yeah, there's turkey tracks. There's a turkey track right there. There's another one right there, another one. I think I'm going to sit down against one of these trees right up here. Just listen for a little bit, maybe make a couple calls. We'll give this place a good half hour, or this spot, before moving on in a little farther into the property or into the woods. It's not a huge chunk, but it's big enough. This wind's killing my ability to hear. I waited for a lull, and as soon as I started calling, it picked up again. These woods don't look too bad though. I know there's turkeys in here. I already saw the tracks. Well, I know there's turkeys that have been in here, I should say. Keep on easing forward. Maybe we'll eventually strike one. I think a bird just gobbled up that way. It's hard to hear, but it sounded like a gobble. I'm just easing on through here and calling periodically. I'm getting to like a little hardwood ridge. Decided to call right before I got to it, and sure sounded like a gobble. Get out my magic pot call. Gobbled. I gobbled several times, and then kind of stopped there on the last few. See what he does. Ball's in his court. He's off in that direction. I'm hoping if he comes in here and just walks this ridge right up. Because if he does, I can shoot up there. I can't shoot to that thick stuff back there, but he's probably going to come right here to this open stuff. If he comes at all. It appears that he's quit gobbling. It's about 10:30. We'll give him a half hour of silence and see what happens. Well, apparently the bird's not going to come in. I haven't heard him gobble in quite some time. Heard some clucking from a hen or something earlier. Wasn't terribly too far away, but I don't know what that was all about. Anyway, I'm going to start making my way back toward the kayak and try to locate some birds, and then maybe do a blind sit near the river for a few minutes anyway, and then float back down the river. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time with this bird. It's coming floating down the river, and I caught a glimpse of what looked like a turkey gliding across. And I was just sitting there listening as I floated, and all of a sudden this turkey up here starts yelping. Ow, 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 ow. And it could have been a jake yelping or something. Kind of sounded like jake yelping. But it was doing a lot of yelping. And it was clearly a real turkey. It wasn't a hunter. But anyway, I banked over here and used these tree roots as a ladder to get up here. And this is public land right here. And I stood there and called for a little bit and listened. And I heard what it sounded like it yelping again, but farther away, like it went away from the cliff edge up there. Oh well, it was worth a shot. I was hoping there might be a gobbler nearby, but I didn't hear any gobbles, and that bird seems to have faded away. He was probably yelping to the one that flew across the creek, who knows. Well, that concludes our Tennessee series. Had some vehicle issues yesterday, and so I didn't get a chance to
go out and hunt or roost a bird, and only if I would have roosted a bird would I've slipped out for about an hour or so before I hit the road to Virginia this morning. And since I didn't roost one, I didn't hunt this morning, I slept in a little bit and then I packed up the truck, and now we're headed to Virginia. So come along. Should be some interesting hunts in the mountains of Virginia with that and my buddy Devin Duncan.
On today's episode of Catman Outdoors, we're bass fishing in the rivers and lakes of Tennessee.
I'll catch a ditch pickle and shoot a thunder chicken.